Hello friends! Today we are going to make some dinosaur bones, which I'm really excited about. So first, you need to get out some flour. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to use my measuring cup. And I'm going to get 1 cup. And then 1 more cup of flour. So that's 2 cups of flour. All right, after the flour, you are going to need some salt. So here's my salt. And you're gonna need a whole cup of salt. So that's gonna take a while to pour in here from this little spout. But it helps keep it good. We're making something that's called salt dough. Okay, you just pour that in. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit with my hands. I find using my hands is the best way to mix it. So maybe if you do this at home, you can mix it with your moms and your dads. And you might use a spoon, or you could use your hands like me. Okay. The next thing you're going to need is a whole cup of water. And I've got my cup of water already measured right here. You can measure yours with your families. You're going to put that in there. Now this time I think I am going to use a spoon. And we're going to mix that together. And this is going to make our dough. Now you can mix it with your hands too. Once it gets pretty mixed, you're going to want to put your hands in it so that you can get it really, really good and mixed. You can mix it just with your hands if you want. But I think it's a little bit easier to start with a spoon. And once it gets started, you can use your hands. I'm going to pull all that off. And now I'm going to mix it with my hands until it makes a dough. Kind of looks like Play-Doh. Or remember when we made our pasta? It kind of reminds me of our pasta dough. That was kind of fun to mix, and we just used our hands to mix that stuff too, remember? All right, once we get this good and mixed, we're gonna get, I got a little thing to put my dough on. It just helps it not stick to my table. This table's not very flat. It's got a lot of grooves in it, so I thought I'd use my dough mat, but you might be able to use yours just on the table. I'm going to get that out right now. It'll be easier to see what I'm doing. So here's my mat. And I'm going to put some flour on my mats so that the dough does not stick to my mat. You could just put flour on your table. You don't have to have a mat. And then I'm going to put my dough down here. Kind of reminds me of Play-Doh. This stuff is really fun to play with. Alright, so I'm going to mix it together. And then the fun begins. So what I do after I get all of it mixed really, really good, looks like a good dough, you're going to get a book, or you can look at your computer and look at ideas for how to make your bones. So you can, I have my computer over here. I'll show you. I have a computer that has pictures of dinosaur bones that other kids have made. And I'm going to use that as a reference for how to make bones. You could just do it from your memory too. You don't have to use pictures. I just find it a little bit easier to get some ideas. So let me show you my pictures on my computer. See, I have it right here. See how there's pictures? You can find pictures maybe on your mom's or dad's phones or on their computers, or it just depends on what you have, okay? Now I'm going to look at those pictures to help me make bones. You can also look at books. I know a lot of my friends love their books, love the dinosaur books. So you can look at books and see if you can find. You're just going to take a little bit and you're going to roll it into a bone. Now I'm going to roll this one flat, or kind of like a worm. And then I'm going to put some spots on the ends to make it look like bones. See, that kind of looks like a bone. I'm going to put it on my cookie sheet. So we're going to make more and more bones. Let's see. Maybe we could make a foot. Make it kind of look like a foot. What do you think? A little bit like a foot? What do you think? Does that look like a foot? Put that on there. You can make them however you want. I like to make some of those long bones. With the, kind of looks like a chicken leg. All right, and then you can make like rib bones. So lots of little lines like this, like you might find in ribs. You can make them however you want. And once you have all your bones made, it makes a lot of bones. You're going to put it in the oven. So once you're finished making your bones, and you have the whole tray filled up, you might even need more than one tray. I think I'm going to need more than one. You're going to turn your oven on at 250 degrees. Now, this might be a good activity to do in the evening before you go to bed, or when you're going to take a long break during the day, because it takes 3 whole hours to bake in the oven at 250 degrees. But when you get done, we'll pull them out, and I'm going to show you here in a little bit what they look like. But first they have to bake. So in about 3 hours, I'm going to come back on and show you how they look when they're all the way made. So stay tuned. Hello friends, we're back. It's been 3 hours and my dinosaur bones turned out great. So, hopefully yours did too. You can make them into legs. You could put them together to make a skeleton. There's legs. There's some rib bones. I even made a couple little feet. Let's see, I think I have another one right here. There's some feet. You can make them however you like and put them together. You can look at a book to try to figure out how to put them together. You can put them together however you see fit. Look, I even made a heart. Because guess what? Monday is Mother's Day. And your moms might enjoy a heart that you made all by yourself. You could even take these and you could paint them if you have paints at home. You could paint your heart. You could paint your bones. And you can also hide them in sand or some other materials and try to dig them up and go digging for dinosaur bones. That would be so much fun. You would be like a real paleontologist if you were digging for those dinosaur bones. So these are fun things that you can make at home and you can do with your families. I even made some long ones I thought might look like teeth. I don't know, it doesn't look that much like a tooth to me, but it was kind of. There's another one. That one looks a little more like a tooth. You can make them any shapes that you would like. It's just a lot of fun, and you can have fun with your families making your dinosaur bones and playing with them. All right, friends, that's all for today. And as always, I wish you well.